Since the British first came to Ireland centuries ago, almost every generation of Irishmen have tried to gain their freedom. And although they failed, they kept alive the spirit of nationalism in the country. And in 1916, Easter of that year, when 1,200 men marched into the streets of Dublin and raised the Irish flag over the General Post Office, it was the beginning of the end of British rule in Ireland.
Up the Republic, they raise their battle cry. Here's St. MacDermot, will pray for you on high. Eager and ready, for love of you they die. Proud march the soldiers of the rear guard, Legion of the rear guard, answering Ireland's fall. Hark, their martial tramp is heard from Cork to Donegal. Will fall and ever guide you, though your task be hard. Devil ne'er leave you, soldiers of the Legion of the rear guard.
The fighting in that rebellion only lasted a little over a week. The rebellion failed, and 16 of its leaders, mostly young men, some of them poets, were taken to Kilmainham jail, where they were executed by firing squad. The execution of these young men, instead of ending the trouble in Ireland, only caused a widespread spirit of rebellion throughout the country. 'Twas down the glen one Easter morn, to a city fair rode I. There Ireland's lines of marching men in squadrons passed me by.
No pipe did hum and no battle drum did sound its return too, but the Angelus fell o'er the Liffey swell, flying out in the foggy dew.
The poet William Butler Yeats lived in Dublin at that time, and when he saw what was happening, it changed his whole attitude towards Irish nationalism. He wrote this poem, Easter 1916. I have met them at close of day, coming with vivid faces from counter and desk among grey 18th century houses. I have passed with a nod of the head or polite meaningless words, or listened a while and said polite meaningless words, or thought of a tale or a jibe to please a companion round the fire at the club, being certain that they and I but lived where a motley is worn. All changed utterly. A terrible beauty is born.
Right proudly high over Dublin town, they hung out a flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Suvla or Suddelbar.
And from the plains of royal mead, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's sons with their long-range guns sailing from the foggy dew.
Too long a sacrifice can make a stone of the heart. When may it suffice? That is heaven's part. Our part to murmur name upon name as a mother names her child when sleep at last has come and limbs that have run wild. What is it but nightfall? No, not night, but death. Was it needless death after all? For England may keep faith for all that is done and said. We know their dream, enough to know they dreamed, and are dead. And what if excessive love bewildered them till they died? I write it out in a verse. MacDonagh and MacBride and Connolly and Pearce, now and in time to be, wherever green is worn or changed utterly. A terrible beauty is born.
The bravest fell, and the sullen bell rang mournfully and clear. For those who died that Easter tide in the springing of the year.
And the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men and true, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew.
After the execution of the leaders of the rebellion, fighting spread all over Ireland, and in 5 short years we had at least partial independence. And those young men who had been executed became martyrs and heroes. Songs were written about them, songs that were very appropriate at the time, like Soldiers of the Rearguard, but more appropriate today as the struggle goes on.
Glorious the morning, through flame and shot and shell, now rally Ireland, your son to